How's your pass rush look, Coach?
It's a daily development. Honestly, when we got here, it's just teaching them how to attack off the line of scrimmage. Really, pass rush, some people make it more complicated than what it is, and that's something that Coach Green and I really tried to focus on, is understanding that it is about get off, attacking, and closing the space out. And once we can get our eyes to the threat hand, then you can go win. But if I don't do that from the jump, it doesn't matter. So anything you work at the top of the rush, any of the double swipe, cross chop, all the things you may see on social media, doesn't necessarily matter until you get to that attack point anyway. But I've been very happy with our guys actually seeing what it takes to do it. And I think it's been daily, but they can see it work. And when they see it work, then it becomes consistent. So,
go back in the spring, coaches talking about C.J. Madden and kind of his leadership. What strikes you about just what he is as a football player and how he can help this team?
Oh, he's had a great fall camp, and so has everyone else. I've been very impressed with the way he has tried to set a standard in terms of his leadership and the way he talks and speaks, and it speaks volumes, but it's also with action. And I think there's things he's done throughout camp that have kind of proven his voice on the team a little bit. Now, he's got to continue to back it up every day, but in terms of leadership, he's done a really, really great job. I'm very proud of all my guys' development through the fall camp. We talk about it all the time. We don't necessarily have starters in our room, but we have standards. And if you can uphold the standard, you can play. I hope I can play everyone in my room. If they can uphold the standard, they'll play for me. And who starts the game doesn't necessarily mean who's going to end the game. It could be, we could have guys that run out there at the start who aren't necessarily, it's not their day, or they're not performing the right way. And we get a guy in that comes off the bench and plays really well, and shoot, he'll be in at the end of the game when it's on the line. So I hope I'm able to be able to play a lot of my guys. And that's what I intend to do. That's what Coach Green and I intend to do.
You feel like you have the quality of depth to kind of apply those standards at the top of the depth chart right now?
Oh, I'm very happy with where we are. Now, being this close to the first game, it's got to ramp up a little bit. Our mindset of just, you got to feel it. You got to feel the edge and urgency to be able to go and perform the right way when we hit the ground on Ball State. But to this point, I do feel like we've got a lot of guys who are going to contribute.
What do you like about Trey Smith? He's a guy that's waited for his opportunity and looks like he might have it now.
He's physical and he works really, really hard. And I've been very impressed by the way he has just taken a hold and own the playbook, being someone you can trust. And not only him, but you talk about Madden, Trey, Braylon Charles, Breon, C.J. Nunnally, like they all are continuing to grow. And then even those young guys who have been here a short time, it's been amazing to watch them grow even through these last couple days. And then Landon coming off the spring, gaining some weight, and watching him grow through fall camp here.
Yeah, that tip pick today, right? Like just got a true freshman in a moment, but maybe showing like where he could go.
He's got those long arms, so whenever you drop a guy that's that 6'6" with long arms, you hope he can get a hand in a window. So yeah, it was a really nice play by him. Tipped it up and showed some ball skills in the air.
When you guys were looking for more rush in help in the portal, what was it about Breon that caught your eye and made you want to bring him in?
So when I spoke on the phone with Breon, he struck, I saw that he was a very unselfish person and a really good person. And there was enough tape you could see a skill set. And so I took a chance on him. And I think everyone in the room, he's one of the most loved guys on our team, just in terms of being a great teammate. And I can say that about a lot of guys in my room, which I'm very proud to say. But I'm so impressed by his growth up to this point. He's continuing to grow. But I think what struck me about him was more the characteristics of him. He's an unselfish person who loves his teammates, and I think they feel that to this point. And it's been a great addition for us.
You're not that far removed from the playing side of things. How has that kind of helped you coach these guys up?
Sure. I think naturally I wasn't in high school that long ago, so there's certain things they deal with that I can relate to. Now, there's even things since I was in high school that are way different than the guys that are coming out now. But I think there's just a relatability, able to kind of know what they're going through, and it's also not that far removed. So you know, when you are actually looking back and putting yourself into their shoes, you kind of know what they're going through. And the stresses and the things of college football. And there's a lot that goes into it, and it's a high stress. I mean, it's the job and responsibility it takes to be really good in academics, to be really good on the field, to be really good socially. Like it's difficult, and I think I'm continuing to learn every day. So I don't necessarily have 30 years of experience of coaching that I know exactly what it's supposed to look like, but I'm continuing to learn. And the moment I stop doing that, I'm failing myself. He takes care of his people, and if you show the characteristics of hard, smart, tough, and someone who's owning into the program, like he takes care of you. And I think there's unique characteristics about him that you know, players will trust and they'll be really grateful for down the road. And I think, you know, when I was with him at Arkansas and Missouri, Arkansas, and now back here, you know, I was 2 years removed from him, and I was so grateful for my time not being with him, but it also made you grateful for the time you had with him. It was probably the best thing that could have happened, and leading me into where I am now. So I'm pretty grateful.
You know, we know about Madden and Smith and Donnelly and Breon. Are there any dark horse guys beyond those that maybe we should keep an eye out for this year?
Oh, I mean, really, if you look at my whole room in general, I would consider them all a little bit of, I mean, they all haven't done much yet on the field in terms of the Big Ten. Does that make sense? So, like, I think if you look at it from top to bottom, it's a clean slate, and that's what we talk about all the time. And again, it goes back to my standards, not starters. I expect all of them to contribute in some way, and I'm very happy with all their development to this point. The two new guys that came in May, Braylon and Miles, they had only a short time. They've had a short time to be able to grow. They didn't necessarily have a spring ball, and I'm super excited about where they're at to this point. So I've got a lot of guys in my room I'm expecting to contribute. I wouldn't necessarily say there's a dark horse, but I would say all of them have a clean slate, and go to work, go contribute, and we'll see. We'll learn a lot more after 5 weeks of football, 3 weeks of football, 1 week of football. So I'm excited for all of them.
You coach a position